Welcome to our Advocacy Proposal presentation, Building Bridges. Here is the agenda of our presentation. First of all, I would like to highlight some of the issues related to our presentation. The educational needs of bilingual students are often not being met, particularly in public schools. Bilingual and emerging bilingual students often display internalized inferiority resulting from societal stigma pertaining to racial and social economic prejudices. Cooperation between teachers and collective advocating, as opposed to individual advocating, is one of the effective ways to meet the needs of emerging bilinguals. We have identified IS 217, a middle school in South Bronx, as the setting for our advocacy intervention. The school has a significant population of mostly Spanish-speaking emerging bilinguals, ranging from beginners to advanced. Although most of them receive some push-in and pull-out ESL services in ELA, their needs are not being met in math, science, or social studies.
Next, I will introduce interventions of our work. First, we suggest holding regular workshops for teachers and parents. Cooperation of colleagues from contact areas are the most direct and effective support for our daily teaching. The information about our students can be exchanged during the workshop. At the same time, make sure the information is the most updated and comprehensive. We also provide periodic workshops for parents. Empowered with this knowledge, parents can be very effective advocates for their children while interacting with school administrations and teachers. Then, teachers cooperate and plan together as they design instructions for classes that including EVs. Incorporating modules are dedicated specifically to bilingualism could help with teachers' collaboration. Third, as research suggests, teaching language in meaningful context is more efficient than the isolated program. So we introduce a vocabulary program named Word Generation for middle school students. It is designed to teach words through language arts, math, science, and social studies. Moreover, we also recommend ESL and bilingual push-in services in contact area. It is evident that the use of L1 as well as common ESL strategies benefits the students' academic success. The last one, we also need some bilingual materials to support students. It may include translations, bilingual textbooks, academic glossaries, and simplify the language, as well as using graphic organizers display visual representations. Also, we can invite speakers of different languages and cultures to share their learning experiences. Then here are the resources needed for the intervention. First, human capital and administrative support. Second, financial resources in order to purchase bilingual materials. In terms of the human capital, it is crucial the existing connections to the student's family and the community are identified and utilized in order to develop a school-community relationship. Also, already existing connections can be used. This has to be accomplished with approval and the support of the administration. Secondly, the team should be identify potential financial sources, like school fundings and fundraising, in order to purchase the mentioned above bilingual materials for students. These funds are not expected to be very significant. Typically, several hundred to $1,000 would suffice.
In terms of expected outcomes, in the short term, we would expect a much closer cooperation and improved communication between content teachers and their increased awareness of bilingualism. In the long run, we would expect the students to develop a higher level of comprehension and a richer vocabulary in both L1 and L2 in the targeted content areas.